So hello and welcome to our AI by Drinkizz. For today's session, we will discuss and find the answer to the question, do you have to be an entrepreneur to become financially free? This session will be led by Pierre. So I welcome Monsieur Pierre to lead the session. So now, Monsieur Pierre, you can share us what you prepare for this
Okay,
session.
nice. Okay, so very nice. So I'm super happy to deliver this presentation today to the audience in real time or later in YouTube, because the video will be published in YouTube for further watching. So the topic today is about personal financial wealth. The title is, do you have to be an entrepreneur to become financially free? In other words, how to build a financial legacy in 10 years to be free in 20 years. So my presentation is focused on basic figures, on basic best practices that could be useful, helpful for a newcomer in this domain. Usually the education in the financial or personal financial management is quite low, whatever the countries worldwide. So sometimes it's good to come back to the basic. So I will try to give you the fundamental, I think, rules to know, to practice, to create a journey in our life to build a personal financial wealth. So to deliver this presentation, I will rely on a simple spreadsheet that will allow to enter some parameter and to simulate some result. So this spreadsheet, if you feel comfortable or attract with it, you can get it easily. Just contact us, and we will share it with you by email, for example, or in a Google Drive. This is just an Excel file, so very easy to use. So first I will use this spreadsheet, and I will explain you now how we can use it. And then after, since we are here to talk about AI also, I will show you the result with ChatGPT, because I upload this spreadsheet into ChatGPT to request the advice of ChatGPT regarding these spreadsheets. We will see how ChatGPT consider this approach for the personal financial wealth. So I already mentioned that you can get it easily, the spreadsheet, if you need it. So how it works? It's very easy and very basic for, as I said, a newcomer in this field. So in the first part of the spreadsheet, you can enter your personal parameter. So it means your age and two cash input, what we name initial cash input and second cash input. You will see that during the journey to accumulate your personal wealth, financial wealth, we need ideally to have two cash input. One when we start the journey, and another one a little bit later during the journey. I will explain this timing. So, for example, in this value of this spreadsheet, we have 100,000, let's say dollar or euro for each cash input. Then after you enter your evaluation, your capacity in terms of monthly savings level. It means that every month, what is the amount of money you can save to accumulate your financial wealth. So we need also to enter two possibly different level of monthly saving depending of the period during the journey. So when we start on a little bit later during the journey. For example, here we have 5 let's say dollar, and then $1,000. So based on these 5 parameters, so your age, 2 cash level inputs, and 2 monthly savings level, you get automatically a simulation of your journey in terms of accumulation of financial assets. So we start with the year number 1, with your age, in this simulation 25, your cash input. So of course, the first year, your financial wealth is equal to your initial cash input to start the journey. And then you decide or you evaluate an annual rate of return, because of course this money you will invest on the financial market, for example. Usually we consider worldwide. I am not mentioning a specific region or country, possibly Vietnam, for example, because the figure must be adapted. But globally, we consider that 5% is reasonable. So you have an annual gain. This is a percentage applied to your financial wealth. And then you add your monthly saving level. So we have in this simulation 500, let's say dollar. Then you compute for 12 months and you get the total saving for the year. Then you reach at the end of the first year an accumulation of wealth. That is this figure, 111,000. That correspond to the effort you followed during this year to accumulate your financial asset. Based on this figure, now you can consider a last parameter that we named the safe withdrawal rate, the SWR. That is the percentage of money you can withdraw from your financial wealth without damaging your capital. So you can easily understand here that we have an annual rate of return 5%. This is the line 16 in this spreadsheet. And we have SWR that is lower than 5% because this is 4. So it means that even if we withdraw this 4%, we still keep safe and even a little bit more our initial capital. So it means that the last figure in the spreadsheet is your monthly financial income level. So it is what you earn every month to sustain, to support your daily life, let's say, thanks to your financial wealth. Of course, you will see later in my presentation that the idea is during the first years, the idea is not to use the safe withdrawal rate, but to reinvest the totality of your annual gain to augment your financial wealth and to wait a certain number of years to augment your monthly financial income level. So this is, as I said, a very easy to use spreadsheet with a limited number of parameters that you can adapt depending on your context. And then, for example, here's a possible result of the simulation after 10 years. So I still use the same parameters that the previous slide. And you can see that if we maintain this effort during 5 years, so let's say a person that starts with the age of 25, so at the age of 34, the monthly financial income level is more than $1,000 per month. So this is already interesting. Of course, to make this journey possible, we need to start with a first cash input. And to be clear here, this cash input is already important because this is $100,000. So this journey is possible only if you start with this level of cash input. But let's say you find a way to accumulate this initial cash input with different activity or because of your family context or other scenario, rather than using in a crazy way this initial level of money. If you take care to invest and to be patient during this period of time, at the end of the period, so you have a financial wealth that is augmented because after 10 years, you have 321,000, let's say, dollars of financial wealth. And thanks to this augmented financial wealth, you can generate every month more than $1,000 to finance your daily life. Consider also that, sorry, but I forgot to repeat that you also have to make an effort every month for your monthly saving level. In this situation, this is $500. Something I am surely unclear. When I mention here that the financial wealth after 10 years is $321,000, actually, this is not totally fair in my presentation because we consider that we have a second cash input during the year number 10. So if we have a look at just the year before, the year number 9, the monthly financial income is just a little bit more than $700 per month. Because we consider in this scenario that we have two cash input. Of course, the initial, the first year, and the second one after 10 years. So if you don't inject this second cash input at the year number 10, your level of monthly gain is about a little bit more, $700 every month. But depending on your country, on your lifestyle, when you reach something around $1,000 per month in certain region, in certain country, you can consider you are financially independent. Financially independent means that even if you don't work as an employee or a solopreneur, you can, at minimum, pay what you need to live every month. Of course, with 1,000, let's say, dollars per month, it's a little bit limited. So you will be surely motivated to work on to complement this level of money with your work as an employee or a solopreneur. But let's say if you lose your job, you become without work, unemployment, you are not so stressful because you have globally $1,000 per month thanks to your financial wealth. So this is this first period of 10 years. And if we continue the journey, we had 10 years more. without additional cash input. So we consider, and I think I am clear here, that we have a second cash input during the year number 10. By the way, we double our ability in the monthly saving levels, because we consider that at the age of 34 years old, we have a better salary than when we start the career at 25 years old, for example. Then if you continue to make this effort to accumulate your wealth, it's become very interesting, because at the age of 44 years old, you can see that you have a very interesting financial wealth, almost $700,000. So this is the last column of my spreadsheet, and for the line 14. And these financial wealth generate more, let's 2,000 on $400 every month. So it becomes now very interesting, because this is let's say almost a salary, a normal salary. So with this level of money, some person can consider they are more than just financially independent, but financially free. Financially free means that even if you no longer works as an employee or an entrepreneur, only based on your financial wealth, you can pay for your daily life. So, of course, if you want to continue to work as an employee or as an entrepreneur, you can augment your money for your daily life. But let's say you are already comfortable with this level of money. So I don't say that this is easy to achieve, because we have some important condition in this spreadsheet, in this parametrization of this spreadsheet, because we have two cash input, as I said. When we start with $100,000, a second cash input after 10 years, and every month we make an effort for the savings. I don't say that everyone is able to inject this level of cash, but this is something to think about carefully. So the question is, why these two cash injections are necessary, and how we can achieve this. So the first cash input is very, very important. So if you are in a mindset to create a personal financial wealth, your first target is to accumulate this cash input. Because if you don't have this cash input, this is like starting a car without its wheels. So you are totally stuck. You need to have a significant initial cash input. Warren Buffett, one of the famous richest people in the planet, a well-known financial guy, is considered that the minimum cash input to have a significant journey in the financial accumulation, personal wealth, is $100,000. So depending of the country, it could be different. Maybe half of this amount maybe is sufficient, because the annual gain rate on the financial market maybe is higher than 5%, because remember that in my spreadsheet I consider annual gain on the financial market about 5%. But in certain country, maybe in Vietnam, for example, this is 10 or even 12, depending on the context, the economic context, depending on the fast growing economy of your country or a more regular economy. It's really depend on your region, your country. But you need to make an effort to have this initial cash input. Otherwise, as I said, this is like starting a car without its wheels. The second cash input, this is to accelerate after a period usually of 10 years. If you can re-inject this second cash input, of course, you will accelerate your financial wealth accumulation. So this is like moving from a regular car to a sport car, to use the same metaphor. So let's say now another simulation of the spreadsheet with a lower cash input to see the result. So now we consider no more $100,000 as a cash input, but something that is more maybe reasonable, depending on the personal context. This is $10,000. So you can see for the first year, we inject $10,000. We consider a second cash input even lower than that, $8,300 at the year number 10. We consider a monthly saving level lower, that is limited to $200 every month. So in this situation, the result, if we keep the same annual rate of return, so 5%, we obtain something lower. Of course, after 10 years, we have every month almost $200. And after 20 years, we have $400 per month. So this is, of course, lower result, but the effort is also really minimalist. And I think this is the minimum journey that everyone should target, because I think that maybe almost everyone, I don't know, but the ability to have an initial cash input, $10,000 should be possible. On the second cash input after 10 years also, on this regular monthly saving is something reasonable. So of course, at the end of this period, we are not financially free, but this is something good to consider that whatever the situation, every month, thanks to my financial wealth, I receive in my bank account, let's say for free, $400. If you adapt now in this spreadsheet the annual gain, because, for example, in your country, the inflation rate, so the market gain is significantly higher than that. So if you enter 10% or 12%, you will see that you have an exponential growth. So I didn't realize this simulation, so I don't know exactly what will be the result at the end, but maybe you will reach more than $1,000 per month at the year 20 with an annual growth, let's say 10 or 12%. Because more this percentage is high, of course, more you have an exponential growth of your financial wealth. Now, let's say a second simulation with a highest investment on the saving capacity. So we consider now that we can inject, so this is a total very different individual profile, because this person is able to inject $200,000 the first year when we start the journey. On the second cash input, $160,000. On the monthly saving is about $1,000. So this is a significant figure. So at the end of the period, you see that we have a financial wealth that is higher than $1 million with a monthly gain more, let's say $4,000. So this is significant. But if this person is able to inject this level of cash input, it is a good decision rather than using this money to buy crazy things or to buy liability. The person that is patient, that is clear with a clear mindset to make an effort during a significant number of years, at the end, for in this example, we're at the age of 44 years old, so this is quite still young. This is very, I will not say easy life, but this is really stressless situation because this person is sure that every month in the bank account, he or she will receive $4,000 based on the financial wealth more than $1 million. So consider also, sorry I speak much, but this more than $1 million of wealth is a result of the computation of these two cash input. So if we accumulate the two cash input, this is $360,000 on the effort of $1,000 every month during the period. So there is as I said, an exponential accumulation. And if you use this spreadsheet and you continue the journey with the year 25 or even the year 30, you will see that this $1 million will become 1.5 or even 2 because this is really exponential growth. So a few additional tips. So just to consider that in the journey to accumulate your personal financial wealth, you should consider 3 key periods. So the first one is the initial accumulation. So this initial accumulation is based on the first cash input. So during this period, the exponential growth is quite limited, but you regularly accumulate step by step with patience a certain level of wealth, depending on your initial cash input. The second period is what we name the consolidation period. During this period, you have a financial wealth at the starting point of this period that is higher than the first period, of course, because you already accumulate, and maybe also because the second cash input give you a booster. During this consolidation period, you will observe the exponential growth. This is during this period that the exponential growth is really active. And then the last period is what we could name enjoyment period. So after 20 years of effort, you can start to use part of your money to sustain your daily life. And if you stay cautious and you use in your personal wealth only the safe withdrawal rate, the SWR, meaning that in this spreadsheet, you use only 4% per year of your financial wealth total amount, you are sure that you keep safe your capital. So for you, until your last day in this planet, and for your family, your children, if you want to give a legacy of this financial wave to your family. This concept of SWR, this is something I explained a little bit more in my last book named Meta Entrepreneur. So feel free to have a look at Amazon, and you can look up Meta Entrepreneur Pierre Bonnet, and you will see that in the table of content of the book, I have a chapter about the financial wealth management, personal financial wealth management, and I explain a little bit more the concept of safe withdrawal rate. That is an important parameter. Then last part of my presentation to terminate this sharing with you, I uploaded the spreadsheet into ChatGPT, and I request the opinion of ChatGPT, and I obtain a synthesis. So for ChatGPT, we have, thanks to this spreadsheet, a user guide for financial independence and freedom calculator. So this spreadsheet is designed to help you assess your potential for financial independence in 10 years and financial freedom in 20 years. And follow the instruction below to input your data and interpret the result. And you can see I have a user instruction about how to use the spreadsheet. So this is a basic example of the interest of AI, because I could, or you can easily, for example, create your own ChatGPT assistant for your financial wealth management. I suggest that you upload in this assistant the spreadsheet. So as I said, we can share this spreadsheet with you. Feel free to contact us. And you upload in this assistant your personal data you want to share with the assistant to explain your career, your level of diploma, your job, your country. And you, for example, request ChatGPT to advise you about how to adapt the annual market gain for the financial market, depending on your country, depending on your job industry, to advice for the future of your salary, some stuff like that, your family also, your daily expenses, and then you can adapt with this spreadsheet the parameters to observe what could be your journey in this personal financial wealth. So here again, the AI assistant is super powerful to help you. But I think that the foundation, the framework to make this assistant with the right power is to upload first the spreadsheet, because thanks to that you have something to discuss with the AI assistant. And for example, I request ChatGPT this question. So I play the role of an individual that want to engage this journey. So what are your tips for successfully gathering the money needed to start the journey toward financial independence and then financial freedom, meaning the initial cash input in the spreadsheet? Because I can guess that for an individual that want to start the journey, the first question is, what is my ability in terms of initial cash input, and how I can augment this initial cash input? And then we have some advice, some idea. For example, increase, the second point, increase income through side hustle or entrepreneurial venture. So of course, creating a side business. cut non-essential expenses and adopt frugal habits. So make an effort and reduce your expenses to save money. The number 6, for example, explore real estate opportunities such as rental properties or house. So, for example, you can have an approach to have a bank debt to buy a real estate, to reimburse this real estate during a period of 5-6 years, and then to sell this, let's say, apartment after 5 or 6 years to have a capital gain. And then you consider that your cash input will be created thanks to this initial effort in the real estate investment. For a person that starts really with no money in the pocket, the real estate investment can be interested. But this is, in this case, a real estate investment not for life and not for personal use. This is not my home, but this is an apartment I will put on a rent to generate revenue, for example, and to make a buyout after a couple of years to reuse the capital in the spreadsheet. Last example, number 8, sell unused items or assets to generate additional cash. For example, I have a beautiful car, but I could live with a car less beautiful. So I decide to sell this car, to use the capital gain to inject this financial amount into the financial market and to follow this spreadsheet. So this is something you can discuss with the AI assistant. This is the end of my presentation. Also, again, as I said, if you are interested with the spreadsheet, feel free to contact us and we can easily share it with you. So Vinci, it's okay for me?
Yes, yes, I think that it's okay. And we don't have also audience in real time. So I think that it was clear for me, and I gained a lot of interesting thing and knowledge, of course. So I think that it's very interesting. And I do not have any question.
Sure.
Yeah, I do not have any question. It was quite clear for me. And maybe later we will have some question from audience that will watch the video on YouTube.
Yes.
So of course I will contact you in case that I have some questions. But on
That's
my
nice.
side, I don't have any questions. So we can move to the AI news if you
Yes.
give me the permission. Okay. Okay, so my AI news today will focus on Knack no code database. So from this AI news, I will share with you a great news from Knack. I think it will take me like 10 minutes. It will be enough for me to share this AI news. So now let's dive into the AI news. So for Knack users, there is a great news from Knack with the release of the Knack Flow feature. This feature is a game changer, of course, for automating workflow and connecting systems directly in the Knack platform without a need of a third-party system. This means no more switching between applications or dealing with boring manual tasks. Knack flows make it simple to link platforms, automate routine tasks, and sync business data in real time. It is made to help business save time, avoid mistakes, and improve productivity. With Knackflow, users eliminate manual tasks by automating various processes, such as automatically update record, delete record when certain conditions in the database are not met, or automatically add the record when specific triggers are met, or automatically send an email when certain conditions in the database are met. There are more workflows automation the Knack flow can handle. Don't hesitate to contact us if you feel it interesting or you would like to start building your database with Knack, and we will be very happy to help you in this journey. So during the workflow automation setup or process, there are two important setups need to be done. The first one is the trigger. The trigger in Knack flow is an event or condition that initiate or start the flow. For example, a trigger could be when a new record is created in a database. It could also be when a record is updated, deleted, or when specific conditions are met. And let's see the second one. The second one is the action. An action defines what the system should do after a flow is initiated. It defines the task or operation to be done based on the flow design. The available action in Knack flow include create record, update record, delete record, search for record ID, search for a single record, or customize API request. Knack flow simplify also integration between systems. With Knack flow, there is no longer a need to rely on external automation tools like Make to connect to Knack application or link your Knack application to Mailchimp. Managing many tools can be expensive and complicated. Now, with Knack flow, these integrations can be done directly into Knack, making it easier and more cost-effective to streamline workflows. Here are some system integration available. So with Knack flow, we can use Salesforce, HubSpot, Slack, Mailchimp, Google Drive, Dropbox, Stripe, PayPal, Asana, Trello, and also with some AI tools such as Gemini AI, Eden AI, Chatbase, O.N.E. So for O.N.E, it's in progress. Maybe it will be available end of this month, but at least we can use the AI tools like Gemini AI, Eden AI, Chatbase, like I say. So here is where you can find the available connector applications that can be used with Knack flow. So Knack also make it available on the web, so you can access to see which kind of connector applications are available, and you can try to test on your side. So this point is very important to note. Based on your plan, you can check how many flows transactions are automatically included. So I'm done with my AI news, and of course, we will prepare a special AI by Drinkizz based on the Knack flow topic. And I have also a new for you. So you can access also the description of our no code and AI offer on YouTube. This offer explain what we are doing with our AI and no code offer. So you can access to this offer on YouTube to see what we are doing with. And also, as you know, all of our AI by Drinkizz session, we post all of the video on YouTube, so you can access to all of video from session 1. Now it's session 14. So by scanning the QR code, and you can also download all of resources like slide deck, that we are using on our in our website. So you can scan the QR code, download all the slide deck related to the AI by Drinkizz session. Okay, so thank you everyone. Thank you, Pierre, for your time, and also I think that it was the topic that you just shared with us was very interesting, and I think that we will have, of course, some question on YouTube or maybe later. So I will contact you in case that I receive some question from the audience. Yeah, thank you very much for your time again.
Thank you, Massi, for this presentation. Very interesting also for CNAC. I am happy to see that the tool is in a fast-growing momentum. So very interesting to extend the feature. So
yeah,
thank you for that. So see you soon, guys, and thank you for the audience or later in YouTube.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.